Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Day After, 1983. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was alright. The reason to watch is in the middle of the movie when all the mayhem starts. It's got the skeleton flash like house from like the watermelon dude in House. And that was pretty cool. The nuclear holocaust, nuclear weapon detonation near Fort Riley, Kansas is pretty cool. Otherwise, the movie was pretty boring. It's a television movie, so just people walking around and shoveling up dirt like that's going to protect from radiation. I thought it was very unrealistic. If there was a nuclear attack on the United States, there wouldn't be anything left. There wouldn't be people walking around losing their hair and stuff. But it's like most nuclear holocaust movies in that respect. And they even admit towards the end during the rolling credits that the devastation would be far worse than what's depicted. And the intention of the movie is just to scare leaders into not bombing each other. Good luck with that. Anyways, it was aired on November 20th, 1983. What was I doing in November? Oh, I was probably flirting with girls, getting into fights at school, and ignoring my English teacher. But it was on ABC television network, Channel 7 around here. And more than 100 million people in nearly 39 million households watched the program during its initial broadcast. How come I wasn't one of those households? Like I said, I was busy chasing girls, going through puberty. With the... with a 46 rating and a 62% share of the viewing audience during its initial broadcast, it was the 7th highest rated non-sports show up to that time. It set a record as the highest rated television film in history, a record it held until 2009. And it was broadcast on Soviet Union state TV in 1987. I guess it was so boring they put it on Soviet TV. But enough sheeple decided to watch it in 1983. Even Ronald Reagan saw it. And I guess it convinced him to sign a nuclear agreement with Gorbachev, who's now one of those environmentalist kooks in South America. My Catholic grandfather used to call him Gorbachev instead of Gorbachev. He had that weird hammer and sickle birth scar on his head. Gorbachev, Glasnost, and Perestroika allowed the film to be shown on Soviet television. That evil imperialist Yankee film. Reagan watched it more than a month before its screening on Columbus Day. He wrote in his diary that it was very effective, and it left him greatly depressed. Like, oh, really? Then why did you want to become a politician in the first place? If that was the end result of nuclear war. Anyways, it's way too long. It's like 2 hours. 2 hours and 6 minutes of just people walking around and moaning like zombies. It's like it should be called a zombie the day after or something. But anyways, I tortured myself. I watched it. I thought it was all right. It was better than I expected, I have to say. The nuclear detonations are pretty cool. The special effects look pretty cheap, but they must have been expensive back in 1983. I mean, you look at the special effects in House, and from 1977 in Japan, and nothing much progressed from 1977 to 1983 is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, what do I got coming down the pike on Netflix? I forgot to mention that in my last video. I was just rambling about this, that, and the other. James Robard, player who keeps losing his hair, and then he walks back to sing. He walks back to Kansas City to witness a bunch of squatters, and then he just gets down on his knees and starts crying, and then that squatter comforts him after they offered him food. He keeps telling him to get out of his house, but there's no house left. So, and then you got JoBeth Williams playing the nurse from Poltergeist. I don't remember her. Yeah, I remember her from Poltergeist. She was in the sequels too, I think. Okay, so the day after gets 3 out of 5, just like under Capricorn. I've got The Woman in the Window to watch. I don't think I'm going to make it, though. Especially if it has bonus features on it. This one might be actually better than the last two that I watched because it's got Edward G. Robinson and The Woman in the Window. It looks like a film noir. Next week I got Shanghai Noon, Swept Away, and Bleeding Steel, 2017. Jackie Chan. So I'll get back into the Jackie Chan section. Swept Away is 1974. Don't know what that one's about. I like it. The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, and or The Paradigm Case, which I've seen the trailer for with Gregory Peck and Charles Loughton. Looks pretty interesting. The Paradigm Case. Another Kino Lorber thingamabobber. And yeah, I guess I'll plop the this one's 1 hour and 39 minutes, but it might have bonus features. The Woman in the Window. Fritz Lang directed. Psychological thriller. Looking forward to this one. Anyways, that's the end of my review. Have a good weekend. Laters.